What's up, guys? Welcome to the live Bitcoin update. Probably got some people triggered today with the thumbnail, but I'm going to show you why I believe that. Those of you that watch the channel every day already know why, but I'm going to go over it real quick before we get into the charts and look at the important areas. I hope everyone's having a great day today, and we're going to talk a little bit about the parabolic arcs. As you can see here, every time we break that parabolic arc, we begin a bear market. Same thing happened back here in 2018. And again, back here in May when we did call the top. So let's take a look at that. I also, even to give the bears a little more, or the bulls a little more hope, we put this blue trend line in as the parabolic arc. Although I do believe this was the break that counted. But you can see it broke, and you can tell just by the candle breaking out of that was a very, let me zoom in so you can see it. That was a very important trend line. Once we broke it, it was very obvious. Now, as you can see, this line right here is a fib line in our fib channel. That is, let me go all the way down here. That is our 0.382 fib. Now let's go back over here and see where that's at. And let's talk about where we should see rejection or major resistance. And it would be on that trend line. But as you can see before, well, we could wick below or wick above it. But right now, let's put a target on there. There's going to be some other targets throughout the video, so definitely stick around. Make sure you watch the whole video too so you get the whole idea. So that's around 43,374 is where that 0.382 fib is. But again, if we do come up, we could come up all the way to retest this trend line. Although I think that's a lot less likely, but it's definitely still in the cards as a possibility. Although like I said, I think the highest we would go for a daily close would be somewhere in this area. Titanic Tatum, thanks for the super chat. Good morning. Let's make some moolah. I hear you, brother. So anyways, that's what we're looking at now. Like I said, I think this was the bulls' last hope, and I think it is a wrap now. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. Nobody, and absolutely nobody knows exactly where the market's going, but what we can do is analyze the charts and give it our best analysis we can. And if you guys have been following the channel, we've been pretty damn dead on so far. So let's take a look at the big chart. So this is the big chart we've had on here forever, the ABC correction, which I do believe we are in. Now remember, that does not mean that C just comes straight down like this. We have a more in-depth count that we're going to be taking a look at here in a second. Right here, so if this was to play out, we'd be looking for a target around 16.5, although I do have much lower targets than that, and we will get into that also. Let's take a look at PHEMEX. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely by far the best exchange in my opinion. They do not trade against you. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can trade ADA, BTC, Doge, DOT, EOS, Ethereum, Link, LTC, Solana, Uniswap, XRP, Forex, gold, silver, oil, everything all on one exchange. You can have multiple exchange or multiple trades in, not like the scammy exchanges. They don't clump them all together. Definitely check it out. I do have a video on my page right here. If you go to the YouTube homepage, PHEMEX tutorial right there. Links are down below. Definitely check it out. Let's get into it. All right, so as you guys know, we've been looking at this fractal, which seems to be playing out beautifully. This was distribution. I believe this is redistribution. I do believe this was wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is wave 3 that we're working on. Right now, we could go as low as this 32.6 before a real good bounce, and then I do believe we go lower after that, and we'll talk about that. This is another way to look at the fractal that we've been watching forever. I do believe we are somewhere in this range right here. We talked about that yesterday. Somewhere abouts in here. You can see we wicked a little bit lower, but I do believe we have lower to go. We did do a count of that, and we'll take a look at that also. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I posted this hidden bearish divergence, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Let's get this out of the way so you can see it. As you can see on this yellow line here, made lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence. Does it have to play out? No. But does it usually? Yes. And what is hidden bearish divergence? It is a continuation of the trend when it's hidden divergence, meaning it's the opposite of regular divergence. So usually hidden divergence, when in direction of the trend, which hidden bearish is in direction of the downtrend, is usually more powerful than regular divergence if you see both. Right now we do not really see both, so hidden bearish divergence is looking pretty damn strong here, guys. Also, we have this main trend line in here. We talked about it yesterday. Let's put a price on that. If we were to break it today at some point, it'd be around 43.8. And let's go back over to that big chart. Where was it? Right here. That was around 43.4, somewhere in there. So pretty damn confluent. There's going to be some heavy resistance there if it's even to make it up that far. As you can see here in this fractal, we put the support and resistance lines in here. This one is right about 43, and that's where we're at now, getting heavy rejection. I don't know. This just looks horrendous for a chart if you are bullish. It looks great if you're bearish. So this was our count here, looking for these 5 waves down, and that would get us down to this low again. And why I say that C doesn't have to be straight down. If we take a look at this chart here, every time that Bitcoin tops, it makes a triangle formation. You can see it back in 2017 and 18. You can see it right here in 2019. And you can see the bigger one here. And what I stated yesterday is what I think is most likely to play out, but we'll know as we get further price action. I still have a target down here around 32.4. Let's see, somewhere in there. Let me get this B wave out of the way. Around 32.188, which would be the 0.1618 Fibonacci from this wave. 1, 2, 3. But remember, we do have this 38.7 right here that could get a good bounce there. If we do, that is a possibility that this is just an ABC. But the only problem with that, we already broke. Well, no, we haven't. Right here is wave 1. So that would be around 36.8. So once we break that 38.7, 36.8 would be our next resistance. If we do pass that 36.8, we are definitely going down into the 32.3 range because that's where the next fib is. That would be a 3 wave, and then I'd be looking for a bounce up, maybe back up to that 38.7 or so, and then a further drop to around that 28.29 again. And what would that do? That would make this triangle right here. And then what would happen after that? Probably another bull trap, just like we get in every other cycle. Just like back here, you can see every bounce just makes a lower high every time. That is how they suck your money in. Because if they sold all of it up here and just kept selling, they would have just killed the price. So they got to get everyone bullish again to start buying in so they can sell into them at a higher price, so they can keep getting higher prices for their Bitcoin. That is how market cycles work, guys. Big money is out to get your money. Play with them, not against them. And what you'll notice here is if this does play out like this, people are probably going to be calling an inverse head and shoulders here. And they'll be calling for a target of like 54,000 again as a measured move, which will be very unlikely. It will just get people to buy into yet another bull trap, and then we have our drop down. So that's what I'm still looking at. And if we look at the daily here, we are below this main trend line on the daily. Could we come up, retest it before a drop down? Yes. So make sure you have that drawn in on your charts on the daily chart there, guys. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY is, let's see, we got a half hour to close for this one. So if we close above, if we close this half hour above 93.13 right here, that's going to make hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action. If not, the lowest I see us going is back to that 92.93 range, but it does look like we are getting support on a 21 EMA for another move to the upside. As you guys know, on our RSI, this is our measured move up here. Up to the 81.87 on the RSI would be the measured move of this move here. So Dow Jones getting a little pump today, just a little fake out if you ask me. Nothing to get too excited about. Like I said, if we did get up to retest this trend line, could be up around 34,663, but then just a continuation down. I do think that it is a good possibility that the bear market for the traditional markets has begun. We'll keep an eye on that. Gold, still nothing changed. I'm looking at the same thing, the gold and ABC right here. Silver, same thing. We almost hit our target of the 2183. Break of that looks at 20. And if we get into traditional bear markets, we could see all the way down. Litecoin. Litecoin, nothing's changed there. Still looking for around $100. And if that breaks much lower, if we go into traditional bear markets. So our first target hit on Ethereum yesterday, we had it at 2678, and we did hit 2629. We could come all the way back up here to retest this trend line about 3270, although I doubt it'll get that high. We'll have to watch it, see what happens. But our next target is down here around 2315. And that is just a measured move of this as a bear flag. So that's what I'm looking at there. And let's get into the chat. So what's up, guys? How is everyone doing? Hit 1 if you've made some money over the past few days. Hit 2 if you've lost money. Look at September 20th. Looks like September 21st now. September 20th. You talking about this right here? Could be. Rizwan said I love shorting. Looks like a lot of people made money. Right on, guys. Savvy inverted head and shoulders almost breakout on BTC hourly. Yeah, you talking about this? We'll see what happens there. Lots of money got made. Awesome job, guys. You can see a lot of the members made some money, and that was probably because we had a good idea this was going to happen in last Saturday and Sunday's members videos. So don't forget, guys, make sure you smash those likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for some great analysis. And yeah, there's 630 people, only 259 likes. Make sure you smash those, guys. And if you're watching live after the live streams, make sure you smash them and leave a comment down below. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and I do appreciate that. D-Man said you're enjoying being right on Twitter, Savvy. Yeah, people say I'm being cocky on Twitter. Do you know how much crap I've dealt with this whole run-up when we called this run-up way back here? And this whole run-up where I told everybody to expect to be bullish. Mind you, this video was back on May 18th. And they were calling me wrong when, if you look at what happened, in my opinion, because this would be wave A, which, like I said, around June, towards the maybe middle end of June. Middle end of June is when I said it would bottom. No way to really tell exactly where. And again, guys, this will bounce around for a little bit. But if this does happen, look for a nice bounce in June. Might be a good time to long for another a wave B. Now the wave B should go like a ABC. Maybe we'll get up to the, and then what we talked about that wave B being over here. This is what I'm looking at, and I do believe if this plays out, a lot of people will be getting super bullish again and buying in. While so we knew this was coming, and that's why I'm being a little on the haha side in Twitter, because people just don't listen. They don't pay attention. They think they know everything when most of them are super new, don't know anything. They watch the Moon Boys and believe that the Moon Boys are pros, when in all reality, they just want Bitcoin to go up all the time. And they say that you missed out. That's why you want it to go down. I didn't miss out on anything. And to be honest with you, if I do buy back a HODL position, it's not going to be that big because there is so much more money to be made trading this than holding it. Ask the people that bought up here. They'll tell you. Start trolling other YouTubers would be hilarious. Savvy, do you think we're going to have a crisis in the world economy since you believe traditional market crash? We already have a crisis, bud. Your tweet 32 by the end of the week, Friday or Sunday? Sunday. Sunday is the end of the week. Your haters actually follow your trade, just being jealous. Right on. Why is wave 3 down usually much deeper? If you read up on Elliott wave 3 is often the longest, but never the shortest. It doesn't have to be the longest, just most of the time it is. It's a more impulsive wave where you could say it gets people to FOMO in or out. It's just a pretty violent move most of the time, just like wave 3 was back here. Right here, you see the wave 1, 2, and then 3 was pretty violent. That's what I believe we're in now. Can you tell where I start learning trading? BNIC, scroll down in the affiliate links down below. There is an affiliate link or not an affiliate link. There is a link to our Discord down there. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Great community. A lot of people helping each other out in there. Like I said, it's totally free. One more thing, guys, if you haven't already, check out my wife's webpage. That link is also down below. She makes a lot of cool crypto stuff on there. Aluminum signs, coffee mugs, t-shirts, hats. She has the Divergence cheat sheet mouse pad, and she could put literally anything you want on any of this stuff as long as it's not copyrighted. So if you want family pictures or other coins or whatever you want on any of this stuff, just hit her up right here in the contact, and she will help you out from there. And I will leave a link to this. Whoops, dang it. I'll leave a link to this in the chat right here. There you go. CryptoSavvy, what will make you bullish? Maurice, the same thing I've been talking about forever. A cross of this green trend line right here will make me bullish. I've been saying that ever since we broke through it back here at 48,000. The only thing that will make me bullish is a break above that. Thank you for the answer. How's the land clearing? It's doing good. I just talked to an excavator literally right before this video. I thought I was going to be a little late for the video, but I was on the phone with him. We're setting up a time for him to get over there and get started on some stuff for me. Savvy, one question. I see PHEMEX 2000 on sign up. Yeah, it is real. PHEMEX just isn't one of my favorites. Like I said, it's down there if you want to use it. And I put the other ones down there because some people are familiar with them and they want to trade on those. Although I suggest definitely learning to trade on Prime XBT. By far the best. You don't see all the scam wicks. They don't trade against you like the other exchanges. They are a legit exchange, in my opinion. Hey, Savvy, have you decided that you're going to put out your studio wall? Have you decided what you're going to put on your studio wall? Yeah, that right there. Oh, on the big wall. No, I haven't. I haven't even. That's been the last on my mind lately. You guys know that we're looking to start building a house here in the next year or so, and that is my focus right now. When I focus on something, I tend to focus a little harder on one thing than the other. So when you said you would take some profit around 38, it's so you can short it again at the peak of the bounce. Yeah, I'm going to take a little profit at 38 because I do think we'll probably get a bounce there because that is the 1-to-1 extension fib. And if we do get a bounce there, I'll probably add some more shorts a little higher. Yes, Vivek, it should be. BTC 10K, I wouldn't look BTC at the pair price. 1% ETH interests me. If Bitcoin crashes to 10K like you expect, will you run for president? Haha, nah, I would never get into politics. Me and politics don't get along. Let them do their thing. I will do mine. Parabolic arc on the Dow Jones. I don't know that I've ever tried putting the parabolic arc on the Dow Jones. We would have to do it on a pretty macro chart. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, really, I don't think you can do that. I guess you could do it and pick a time frame, but as you can see, this thing's just been going straight up. But let's put an arc on it on the monthly and take a look at it. Start from this one here. Let me get the RSI off there. So I guess you could do it. Look at it like this. That's very bad news if that's going to play out. Very, very bad news for the Dow. Wow, look at that. It did break right there. Interesting. So what's up, Jed? Blonde Tether or Blonde Truther? Savvy, too honest for politics. Right. Savvy, do you think we'll bounce up to 43.7 before heading back down? I mean, it's possible. Like I said, guys, I play the bigger time frames. I'm not playing around these little 15-minute time frames. It's a waste of time. You get stuck in your computer all day, every day. My time's valuable. I like to do other stuff rather than stare at the screen all day. Although I do stare at my phone all day, social media wise for Twitter and stuff, trying to help people out, but that's about it. Like I said, we're still seeing that hidden bearish divergence here, and it's pretty obvious and pretty big. We'll see what happens. We got another hour till the 4-hour close. Hey, Savvy, did you have a chance to check out the PCC chart on BTC correlation? No, I did not have a chance. I do remember reading your tweet, though. I will try to check that out when I get a chance. This crash looks a lot like 2019, 2020, March. Yes, it does. Can you try to do an arc on the Dow on log? We could try that. Dow, that is the log. Right there. And that's on the monthly, but that's the log chart. Some people are calling for the stock market to come down 90%. Do you think this is possible? I mean, it's possible, but let's look at that. Let's take a look at the Dow. Guys, take a second out. Smash the likes. There's only 400 likes in there. 700 people. It doesn't cost you anything but a couple seconds of your time. Let's see, what would that be? That would be a crazy. That would be down to about 3,000. I find that kind of hard to believe, but I guess it's possible. What did it correct back here in 2008? Yep, that was 90% correction in 2008. It is definitely possible we could see that again. I don't know if I believe it could go that low, but who knows, man. If it's like that, it may take years. It may not just be a straight drop. And if that's the case, it takes years. We got a long time before Bitcoin gets back up. Remember, guys, Bitcoin, nothing holds up in a traditional bear market. And we'll go over that real quick. I haven't went over it in a while, but I used to go over it about every video. I think people got sick of hearing it, but for those of you that are new, I'm going to show you right now. What happens when traditional markets drop in a bear market? We are going to find out. Let's go back to the daily here. FOMC news today. News is BS. Price action is where it's at, guys. Oh, this is 4 hours. Let me get into the daily here. And we're going to take a look at what happens when traditional markets crash. And you see all the commercials that say, buy gold, buy silver. And you see now it's buy Bitcoin, hedge against the markets. And that's not how it works, guys. So let's take a look at this. Price range. All right, so here it is. So in 2008, the market crashed 54%. What did gold do? Gold crashed 34%. What did silver do? Silver crashed 61%. What did the dollar do? The dollar rose 27%. So where's a good hedge from the markets? The dollar, guys. I've been talking about this forever. I believe the dollar is bullish for the next year or two at least. And as you can see here, this is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. This is the DXY in green. Every time the DXY bottoms on this bottom trend line, Bitcoin tops. Dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Dollar bottoms, Bitcoin tops. Every time the dollar tops on this top trend line, Bitcoin bottoms. Dollar topped, March 2020, Bitcoin bottom. Why? Because people dumped the market and made the dollar go up. And that's where we're at now. I do believe we get up, the dollar gets up to this, to hit this trend line again, and it will be a great time to buy into Bitcoin if that's what you choose to do. Not financial advice. That is my opinion. All right. Thanks for repeating each chart savvy. Every day it's necessary to refresh our knowledge. Right on, man. I know a lot of people get mad and say you say the same thing every day. I say the same thing every day because nothing has changed. And since March and May, nothing. Hey, Savvy, where can I learn about big money trading patterns? How do you improve and learn? Start small. You can start out learning, just candles, chart patterns. There's a lot of books on them. Get into some Elliott Wave, some Wyckoff. You're not going to learn it all at once. It's going to take years, thousands of hours. And I always tell everybody, if you're going to start a trading account, trade with fake money first. Then once you get a method or a strategy that works, and not every strategy is for everybody. Everybody has different circumstances in life, different financial positions. Everybody's different. There's no cookie cutter program. You got to find what works for you. And once you can start an account with fake money, then you can, and you start getting profitable, then you make an account with a little bit of money. Once you're profitable, then you can play with a little more money if you want. But if you can't grow 10 bucks on an account, you're not going to grow 10,000. Don't be crazy. When I buy, it goes down. Thanks for the super chat. Can you draw a line across 20 to 21 BTC chart on the 1 day at 4,500? Does it look healthy? Corrections to shake out retailers. So what is that on the daily? Let's go to a daily here. So at 40,500, let's draw a trend line across there. Is this what you're saying? I don't think that is a big deal. If that's what you're talking about, that's nothing really, in my opinion. Maybe it is in somebody else's analysis, but not in mine. I keep it simple. And if it's playing out, there's no reason to change anything. And that's why every day it's the same charts. It's good. We need to hear it every day so it's in our heads, right? I am currently trying to learn Gartley patterns. I don't try to fix what's not broke. I don't use Gartley, never have, so I have no reason to get into it. I'm profitable now, so I'm happy where I'm at. I'm not trying to learn anything else. What I do works, and that's all that matters to me. Vivek, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, man. Dude said 3 years of bear market. Automotive uploads. Automotive uploads might want to stick to automotive. Charlie Crow, thoughts on full 4236 fib extension reach 2008 crash? Charlie, I'm not gonna look at that right now. Sorry. Bro, you call every move before it happens. What a legend. Thanks, Kamal. I appreciate that. And again, you know, it could change, but I have confirmation points, and if those points get broken in confirmation and confirmation points, if they get broken, then I will. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I got to get a new PCM for my truck, and the guy that pulled it just called me and gave me the number, so I got to order one. But anyways, Anthony Garcia, thanks for the super chat, man. Hey, Savvy, can you explain how you calculate your leverage in a ladder? It depends on. I like to ladder a lot. It depends on how big the move is, and I'll just ladder in little bits at a time. When I think we're getting close to either the top or bottom, whether I'm laddering shorts or longs, but I never get my risk too awfully high. What I'll do is, if I'm laddering in, let's say, you know, where I started laddering in down here, I laddered in real small at low leverage, and then when it went up a little higher, I laddered in more at the same leverage. I think I did 3 ladder-ins going up, and my risk was, by the time I got to the top, my risk was about 3 to 5% of what I put in. So, but my liquidation would have been so high, we would have had to almost break the all-time high to have liquidated me, although I wasn't going to go without stops. I got out of 75% of everything a little over a couple weeks ago. You called it perfectly when to get out. Thanks, JB, for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Philip back, Savvy's advice, life-changing advice. I don't give advice, bud, but thank you for the super chat. All this channel is for, guys, I'm not here to make calls and tell you what to do. I'm here to show you how I look at the charts, what I view in the charts, what I'm doing. Not telling you what to do. I tell you what I'm doing. It's up to you to make your own decisions. You know, watch other channels, get other people's views, and then learn to make your own view. Don't trade off of anybody else. Not me, not other YouTubers, not people on Twitter. You should always be making trades on your own decisions. I'm here to try to teach you how I see it, how I view the charts. That's all I am here to do. Michael Saylor has found out the hard way those bagged off memes are not fictional, right? It looks like we got 500 likes, guys. Let's see if we can get this video to 2,000 likes today. If we get it to 2,000 likes, I will do an altcoin of your choice on tomorrow's video. We'll take a vote and do an altcoin. But we have to see 2,000 likes in this video, and then tomorrow we will do that. Hey Savvy, what's your position on Bitcoin for the next few days? Is it still bearish? As you guys know, I'm short from way up here. Last time I added shorts was 48.60. I'm remaining in my shorts. I have no reason to get out of my shorts yet. Philip Beck, not native speaker, say teachings or lessons. Teachings or lessons. I liked two days ago too. Could you please check bullish divergence on the daily? Let's take a look at the daily. I do not see bullish divergence on the daily. Nope. Are you talking about way over here? Oh, that means nothing. We've seen the same exact thing back here. See this one, and then we go to the lower. Yeah, we've seen that before. That literally means nothing. It's too far. You go from the local lows and the local highs, not 10 peaks over. Met you on Twitter, challenged the chart you had when we were full bull, followed your channel, and I haven't missed a video since. Right on, man. What's my short average? Right now my short average is right around 50,100. What price will I buy a lot of BTC? If it gets under 10 grand, like I said, I'm really not going to buy a lot. Trading's way more profitable, guys. Even in a bull run, it's more profitable to trade than it is to buy or sell in a bear market. Where do you expect the lower high to be after 36K? I think I went over that a little bit ago, but I'll bring the chart up. This is what I'm looking at. Again, this is not a guarantee, but this is definitely what I'm looking at. Looking at 3 to go down to around 32.2, and then back up to around 37.8 for 4, and then 5 down to that 29,000 again. And then of course we'll get a bounce where everybody's screaming the bull run continues, we're back to going to 100,000 and blah blah blah. Do you believe BTC targeting the 1-to-1 extension? Well, the 1-to-1 extension, like I said, is around that 38.5 right in here. I would expect at least a bounce here. It doesn't have to, but I would expect at least a bounce here. See what happens. But if you remember back here, we were doing the same thing. Right in this video here, I'll show you. We talked about that in this, and that would have been the bullish case in this video. I'll show you the bearish case after this. 41.6 was what we were looking at. Hold up here for the next week or so. And if we go back to where we're at now, to where we were, 41.6 was right here. And wait, was it 41.6? Yeah, 41.6. If we go back over to where that was right here, and we blew right through it. We got a little tiny bounce and then blew right through it. So that's probably most likely what we're going to see over here if this plays out the way I expect. We're begging you, please do a tutorial series for us on Elliott Wave. I will put together some better tutorials. I do have them old ones on there, which are still relevant. They're just not the best quality, but they do have some great information on it. If you guys want to check them out, they're right down here. There's one on using EMAs, RSIs, chart patterns, and I forget what the other one was. Breakouts maybe or something. Oh, divergence. There's a divergence one on there too. Savvy bear market should be a great for a buy at all low. Should be, if I'm correct. Mirager, Savvy, thank you for the super chat, Suri, and thank you, Mirager, for the super chat. Savvy, can you please check the ideas I posted on our Discord chart section? Wickoff from a very big point of view. I will check that out. When I buy, it goes down. Thanks for the super chat again. Can the Elliott wave theory tell you if you were in a bull market or bear market? Yeah, it can help with it, but remember, you can never rely on one indicator or Elliott wave alone or Wyckoff alone. There's a lot more to it. Like Wyckoff, 80% of Wyckoff, people draw these Wyckoff lines and think that that's Wyckoff. Wyckoff is 80% volume. People don't talk about the volume when they do Wyckoff because they don't understand what they're doing. There's a lot more to everything than just looking for lines to look a certain way. There's a lot more than that, and there's no way to teach you guys that in a day. And like I said, there's no cookie cutter programs. A lot of people trade a lot of different ways. So 104 HMA importance, please. It's not important to me. The only thing important to me are these EMAs right here. Are we in the second wave or the third wave? We could be. We could be. Looks more like we're in wave 1, 2, 3, 4 of 3. And then our next wave gets us down to possibly this 35, somewhere in there. Can C be higher than 45? What do you mean C be higher than 45? C is this way. Down. If we drop a few more K, they will lose hope. Yeah, they'll lose hope, and then we'll get a bounce here. They'll gain hope. Like I said, I believe, and this is just speculation right now, but I believe what it's going to end up looking like is something like this. Once it all plays out. And this will be over months and months, guys. Like I said, they'll probably start losing hope here. Then we'll get a bounce here. Everybody will start calling for new all-time highs again and then get obliterated. Is there any way to tell when the sellers are exhausted like they were 2 months ago around 31K? Just keep an eye on the volume. Keep an eye on the volume. Yo, Savvy, they're real quiet right now, bro. Give this man his props. Right on, brother. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to take a second out, smash that like button. Leave your comments down below if you're watching after, and check out the affiliate links down below. All those links down below give you something in return, whether it be a discount or something for free. Definitely check them out. They also help support the channel as I get a small commission off of them all. And thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here.